If you feel overwhelmed by the 4-month sleep regression or any other sleep regression for that matter, there is hope. Now, you don't have to be afraid. I have created a Baby Sleep Accelerator community in Skool. And when I coach parents, what I teach them mainly is how to be flexible. Once you're flexible following the proven framework that I created and the sleep regression roadmap, any regression, anything like taking trips, going on vacation, an illness, they're teething, you can master it. And there are steps that you can follow and it will be a breeze. You know how Superman has his weak spot, kryptonite? Well, the kryptonite for exhausted parents is the 4-month sleep regression. Yes, you hear stories of so many parents who say, oh, my baby was such a good sleeper, but when they hit the 4-month mark, things changed. You start seeing your baby being crankier, getting fussier, waking up multiple times at night. When your baby is a newborn, they sleep in shorter cycles. They wake up about every 2 to 3 hours to eat and then go back to sleep, and the cycle continues. By the time they get to the 3-month mark, their sleep cycle begins to change more towards an adult sleep cycle. So they'll start sleeping in 4 to 6 hour stretches. Things are going well. You know, your baby is sleeping more, like you're in the sweet spot. And then as soon as they hit the 4-month mark, which honestly, it could be anywhere between 3.5 months and beyond. I'll talk more about that. Once they hit that mark, when they have a developmental milestone, then things start changing. Here's why you feel like you're taking a massive step backwards once your baby hits the 4-month mark. They're dropping the newborn sleep cycle and moving toward an adult sleep cycle like you. Parents get a little bit scared about this because they've now realized that their old crutches like rocking the baby to sleep or nursing to sleep alone does not do the trick anymore. And it seems like they have to constantly be there with their baby to sleep. Sometimes parents even fear that their baby is broken, like something is wrong. Why is my baby not sleeping like other babies? On top of that, you have the added stress of your maternity leave is likely ending around the 4-month mark, your maternity or paternity leave. And then you're left with this big question: how will I function at work if I'm dealing with a baby who's not sleeping through the night? Then around the 4-month mark, you are bombarded with advice from other parents, from your parents, from friends and well-meaning people. And that just adds to the stress because your baby seemingly is not following any of the advice that you've been given and you're trying out. And then you're wondering, like, what am I going to do? Also, what's happening developmentally with your baby at 4 months old? They're becoming more aware of their surroundings. So this is good news for your baby because they're learning and growing. But for you, that spells trouble because it seems like now your baby is in FOMO mode, fear of missing out. They don't want to sleep. Everything is new to them and they want to stay up for longer stretches. But this is where you have to come in with more structure to help them sleep better at night. Make sure your routine, your nighttime routine is in place and that you're consistently following it. There's good news. I want to tell you that if you feel overwhelmed by the 4-month sleep regression or any other sleep regression for that matter, there is hope. A sleep regression is anything that disrupts your baby's sleep. To be honest, that could be anything from loud noise outside your house or inside your house to them learning how to crawl, learning how to roll over, things like that. Now, you don't have to be afraid. I have created a Baby Sleep Accelerator community in Skool. And when I coach parents, what I teach them mainly is how to be flexible. Once you're flexible following the proven framework that I created and the sleep regression roadmap, any regression, anything like taking trips, going on vacation, they're having an illness, they're teething, you can master it. And there are steps that you can follow and it will be a breeze. I'm a mom of 3 and I'm telling you, regressions will happen and they will come and you don't have to be afraid of them at all. And I'll show you how, so you can hold your head up knowing that you are a master of any sleep regression and you can teach your children how to sleep through the night, anytime, anywhere, any place.